So we are live. Yeah.
All right. Welcome everybody to our final show of EU for Innovation Hackathon, how to help Albanian businesses with new affordable digital solutions. My name is Mikko Korpela, and with me hosting this show is Toni Pienonen. Hello, Toni, how are you?
Good evening all, and for those of you who are joining us for the first time ever, we could first explain to you a bit what is a hackathon. And of course, in this case, the whole event also took place online. So Mikko, what are we talking about when we are having a hackathon? What was this about?
Yes, a hackathon is an event where people come together to create solutions for real life challenges. And in this case, the theme of course, was the new affordable digital solutions for businesses. But there were 3 different challenges that the participants could choose from, and you can see them here now on screen.
And what makes a hackathon a great learning experience is that there's only a limited time for the participants, in this case, 48 hours, when they had to start working on solutions for these challenges and then finally deliver them to us for evaluation. So very tight time.
Yes, and in this hackathon, we had around a dozen teams as participants. They came from universities, teams which had students and staff members, and also from early stage startups. So we had a good mix of people.
And the hackathon was organized by EU for Innovation project implemented by GIZ. And co-organizers included ICTS Lab of ICTS Media, Officina Innovation Hub, and us, Crazy Town of Finland. And as partners, we also had Albanian Ministries.
Yes, the challenge owners of the hackathon came from the following challenge owners. Who presented these real life needs and data for the participants to solve. And we had the pleasure of having Albanian Commercial Union with us, Albanian Manufacturers Union, Young Entrepreneurs of Albania, NOAA Financial Institution, and Credo Finance AMA, Albanian Microfinance Association. So thank you guys for your effort this far.
We also had 20 excellent mentors whose job was to help the participating teams to develop, test their solutions. So thank you for your time, because these were really busy people representing all sorts of backgrounds from business and academia to help teams. And in total, around 100 people participated this hackathon virtually in some form or another. So quite a lot of stuff happened.
Yeah, that's a great number. But that's for the context. With us, we have Mr. Enzo Damiani, a representative of delegation of the European Union to Albania. And he's here to give us a few welcoming words. So please go ahead, Mr. Damiani. You can unmute yourself and say some words.
Okay, thank you, Mikko and Toni, for the invitation. And hope you can hear me very well. And yes. So I'm very glad to have the chance to have a few opening words for this extremely interesting event. And well, my name is Enzo Damiani. I represent the delegation of the European Union in Albania. And I'm in charge of, among other things, of innovation. So the real before going to say lots of thanks, well-deserved thanks to all the organizers, co-organizers, and so on, I would like to say, first of all, a big thank to the team, which had the courage and the spirit and the good mood to participate into this challenging event. So I do wish to say that this event is extremely important for us, because this is what we like to support, because this is an event which is part of a big, what we say, a big ecosystem. So it's an environment which we are striving to set up and to support in Albania. So I would like now to if I look at the agenda, I see which is very busy agenda. So I will try to be very short in this my welcoming speech. So I said before that yes, we will say lots of thanks to the organizers and the co-organizers and the mentors which had time and willingness and to spend together with us in this fantastic venture. But again, what I want to say is that above all, the team are those which really count, and those which went through a couple of days, so not so much time to prepare. So they've been brave enough and inspired by the project and the team. So I would say I wish them not to worry too much about all the challenges and difficulties that they encountered and they will continue to face. Because at the end of the day, if you don't find challenges and difficulties and failures, it means that probably you are not innovating enough. But this is my basic message. And I wish to all of you a well-deserved good luck. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Damiani. Those were some encouraging words, and especially for the teams who are still really, I think, excited to hear who did well. Next, we have with us also a few co-organizers, Mr. Kustrim Shala of ICTS Lab and Media and Arjan Yemeri from Officina. Maybe we start with you, Kustrim. This hackathon took place fully online. So what was required to make it happen?
Hello, Miko. Hello, Tony. And hi to everyone at this panel. Hello to everyone who is watching from the Facebook Live. Actually, it was a really good experience. And thanks to you guys, Miko and Tony and Crazy Time, you did a great job. And you are actually delivering a very good, let's say, you are transferring a very good experience to the Albanian community on how to organize an online hackathon. It was the fully online hackathon, like starting from the announcement and promotion and campaign. So when you don't have a physical touch, sometimes you are a little bit in a worry, because we all have been engaged in physical, let's say, organizing physical events and touching and feeling it. So sometimes you start losing the let's say the feeling if everything is going well, or let's say the vibrancy is going well also to the teams. But it looks that it worked perfectly. We try to help and to do our best through configuring some technical stuff from as we were the only IT company in this co-organizing team. So thank you for giving this opportunity and wishing all of the best to all participants. Of course, 3 of them are going to win, but you are all winners because this is just a journey and you have a lot of road ahead.
Thank you, Kustrim, for those kind words. Arjan, you were more in touch with the mentors and the whole other ecosystem players during the hackathon. What's the role of these mentors and the other ecosystem organizations when we're organizing this kind of a big event?
Hi, Miko. Hi to everyone on the panel, and thank you to EU for Innovation for organizing or being the leaders that drove us to run this hackathon. It's a great experience, and perhaps even better ones than the previous one that you organized. Now, in terms of sharing our experience with mentors, we've seen, we tried this time to include some professionals that were not part of the ecosystem, or maybe they did some mentoring in the past, but not an official capacity. So and I think it worked very well. We've seen some very good feedback from teams and mentors alike. We have seen their input. We've seen their different point of view to what we're used to. And we've seen that there are some very good professionals that we should be using in the future also for their know-how and vertical knowledge in different industries. Of course, the hackathon is very, let's say, niche hackathon. It's focused on specific industry. And for the teams, it's even more difficult, as well as the mentors, to adapt and provide.
Yes, that's true, and it is my experience exactly the same. I felt that the mentors really gave extra push for the hackathon, and they really did well. And we also heard some good feedback from the hackers themselves. Maybe a question for you both. What kind of actions would you like to see happen more in the future? Would you like to see, this is maybe a for sure yes question, would you like to see more hackathons coming in the future, or otherwise, what would you hope to see in the ecosystem and the players among it?
Yeah, for me personally, I think we lost Arjan. It seems like there's a connection from his side, but that's why I'm speaking instead of.
Okay.
So I think that you guys, as I explained, you guys gives us a lot of let's say experiences on how to organize online hackathons. So probably in the future, hackathons and all this kind of boot camps and organizations are going to have a kind of transformation. Probably some of the processes are going to maintain, are going to be as they are working online. So we will try to keep those processes who were working good. Like a lesson learned processes. So it is a very needed for our ecosystem, and yeah, I think that it is very true that we need to replicate this kind of organization, hackathons and bootcamp. So I think we have Arjan as well back, if you want to have his opinion as well.
Yes, Arjan, the question was, what would you like to see happen more in the future with the inside the ecosystem and the players? What would you hope to see more? Is Arjan still with us? Maybe there's some technical issues, but yeah.
Okay, sorry, I had a brief internet interruption. Okay,
no worries.
So I would like to see more teams joining the hackathons. I'd like to see more university participations because I think there is some real quality in most of the universities in Albania, and we need to channel their energy to producing projects which are focused on vertical industries, providing real results, maybe perhaps not after 48 hours, but we could see the initial work done within this type of, let's say, event, and then we can push them forward to achieve what they would normally be achieving in their own time, in their own space, in a more accelerated and constructive way. So I'm looking forward to see them, and of course, during this time, involve more mentors, more coaches, more people to join our or similar events, in order to have just as many teams as perhaps we've had during the past year. It's been a great year for hackathons. It's been a great year for team formations, although perhaps we will see the benefits a little later on. But we've had more this year than we've had the previous 3-4 years combined. So
things are progressing.
Looking forward to this.
Thank you. Thank you, both of you. And yeah, I think it's time to move on for the time that pretty much, especially the participants are waiting for. But hey, guys, thank you. And we will be continuing with this. But as the next thing, we're going to take a look at the shortlisted top 5 solutions that made it to this event. They are in random order, but before we show them to you, these were the people in the jury who evaluated the pitches and additional material submitted by the participants. And the criteria were novelty, actionability, and impact. But without further ado, let's go announcing the top 5 teams. And Mikko, drum rolls.
All right. Drum rolls, because this is the first team who made it in the top 5, and the first team is Sapientify. So Team Sapientify, it's a startup team, and let's look at their presentation. Congratulations, guys.
Sapientify is an online platform that helps Albanians integrate internationally by providing affordable, customized language courses. Smir emigrated in Germany 7 years ago and has his own small business. He works 10 hours a day and knows little German. This has stopped him from doing business with others than Albanians or meet new people. Anna, on the other hand, works in an organization in Tirana. She needs business English to present business projects to foreign clients, but doesn't have free time and dislikes crowded language courses. We're helping people like Besmir or Anna and other businesses by breaking language barriers and building communication bridges. They can choose between one-on-one live courses, small group sessions, or recorded video classes. Whether it's business, law, or tourism, banking or trading English, we've got that covered for you and your team. Our solutions apply to 480,000 Albanians living in Germany, more than 500,000 in USA, 100,000 in England, and many other countries, and also Albanian SMEs and corporates that do business with foreign clients or aspire to do so. With over 6,000 teaching hours, 500 taught students so far, and more than 100 students currently active, and an army of enthusiastic teachers, we're ready to get you and your team winning projects and business contracts effortlessly. Our revenues are generated from live recorded courses, social media ads, and a future educational shop for teachers and students alike. Why would you trust us with your future? Well, we give you customized lessons based on you and your staff needs, affordable solution because you remove all the extra expenses that you would pay going to a traditional course, a variety of learning skills, which means you can choose between reading, writing, communication, all in one, and flexibility because you and them can learn in your working hours or comfortably from home, all in one package. Our platform, our trained and professional teachers, and our assistants 24/7. Now, by adding more teachers to our staff, our student number will increase exponentially. So next year, our goal is to reach more than 500 active students and add more services to our platform. And here is our team of superheroes that makes all of this happen. We're looking for new business partners, people we can help with our solution, and people who can help us improve our services. So if you're one of them, please let us know.
Okay, that was the first team, Team Sapientify, and some comments from the jury. And from us, Team Sapientify made excellent use of the mentors. They tested and developed their idea all throughout the hackathon and based on the feedback that they got. Also, jury said that with slight improvements and service diversification, it can be a very impactful solution and has room for growth. So congratulations again, guys, you did good.
Yes, and the next second video and finalist comes from Team 360 from Epoka University, a student team.
Igli and Nertil as we participate in this Hackathon 3. So, in a hackathon, there's always a challenge to solve. And in this one, we are solving the first challenge that was presented to us. So how to help businesses to better understand and make use of e-commerce omnichannel solutions. And we thought about it and we said, yes, challenge accepted. So we all know what the big issue has been around for the last 3 months, coronavirus, which closed everything, with retailers having to shut down as they were left without alternative solutions. As we all know that in Albania, the majority of the businesses are not supported with e-commerce platform. And that's quite a big issue that we are trying to fix. So all this closure led to the customers being unsatisfied since they were not able to get their service as the businesses could not provide to them in face-to-face business due to the spread of the coronavirus. So what is the solution to this problem? See, when we think about solution, we have to perceive it in a different way, like a virtual reality or 360-degree point of view, which is actually what we are offering. 360 is the newest innovation and the newest platform that will help businesses overcome not only coronavirus, but they will help them create a new database and step up in a new era of online marketing and online sales. But what does it exactly offer? It consists of a virtual tour of the businesses that are already photographed and filmed, which takes online selling to a whole new level. And besides coronavirus, we have to understand that this is something that will help the businesses on promotion and development even further after this all ends. It will create a culture on them, and it will change the way of how they perceive business and online marketing by helping them overcome the old paper inventory and implementing the new e-inventory, which is time efficient, which is cost efficient, and helps the businesses go further. Also, our platform includes transportation for all of the products that will be purchased into it. Let's see an easy demonstration of it. See, this is a store which voluntarily agreed to get photographed by us. And the point of all this is that you don't have exactly clear in your mind that what you're going to purchase, but you just go to the store and say, hey, I like this male t-shirt. Whether you want to reserve it for 6 hours or you want to immediately purchase it. And if you're not very used to rotating with a 360 camera, you can just navigate from the one part of the store to the other like you would with this navigation bar in a normal web page. So to return to our presentation, obviously we have made this platform and we have built this over a small research which helped us understand that the public was already very enthusiastic about this new platform, and they were willing to spend more time by shopping online and by being open to the new innovations. See, this is how they responded to this form, and they, as you can see, the feedback is very positive. On the other hand, what about the financial figures? We estimate that the cost would be around 40,000 euros, including infrastructure, which we need, like cameras and other equipment such as servers and so on, and also the human resources which will maintain these servers and other infrastructure. Revenue-wise, we will offer in the first month, we will offer 300 businesses a free trial of the platform that they can try and they can benefit from it. If they're satisfied, we estimate that around 158 of these businesses will accept the offer and will continue to be our clients, and will continue to build strong relationships. Besides fixed payments on the businesses, we will also have a percentage set on every sale that is made from our platform. We estimate that by a year, we will have our costs covered. We believe that this is a new innovation, and we believe that this will change the whole way Albanian shops and retailers work. We thank you for your attention, and we hope that you enjoy it.
And the jury had the following to say. Great study with background study to test and validate the approach. Also points for developing a functional prototype and creating a business plan, because they are a student team who would like to set up a new business based on this. And also good use of mentoring as well. So those were the words.
Yes, excellent work in just 48 hours. We have to remember that. Great job. All right, onward with the show. And the third top 5 finalist is Team Eterna. Let's look at their presentation.
Jury, let me present you the idea of the Eterna team. We have created a solution for financial institutions with some cutting-edge ideas. One of them is delivering a new model on how to integrate the business process management solution in a traditional core banking system by representing a new solution in the market in order to solve problems that are frustrating the financial institution. In the same time, our solution improves the quality of work, even when the new hired employee does not have the proper training experience. What we have done, I will also present it with a short video. I'm sharing my screen. So in this video, we show how we have totally made the transformation of the old-fashioned method of work based on complex diagrams that should be followed by the employees, to a new method of work based on a cutting-edge technology that lets the system do the complex work for the employees.
Almost all traditional core banking systems are suffering from the complexity that they reveal toward employees that make use of them in order to conduct their day-to-day working process. These core banking systems need well-trained employees in order to perform the complex financial business processes in the system. The employees have to take care at the same time with compliance issues that could arise from non-appropriate use of the system. Are they using the system in compliance with the policies and procedures approved by the institution? Financial institutions, in most of the cases, have complex and difficult to understand policies and procedures. These policies and procedures often have information and security rules that are hard to be understood from employees with non-IT background.
Nowadays, another problem that the financial institutions are facing is the employees' turnover. The financial institutions are suffering information security issues caused from the lack of knowledge that the new hired employees demonstrate during the work with this kind of systems. The proper training period that the new employee needs to conduct their business process is considerable. The problem that most business face, especially financial institutions, is the training of newly acquired employees. It takes a lot of time and money to train as well as possible, and the time to adapt is quite short. And often these employees tend to leave the job within a short time, which penalizes the business.
In this system, we will demonstrate how the integration of the business process management within the core banking systems help to resolve the above-mentioned problems. In our system, we are delivering a model on how to integrate the business process management solutions in the core banking system and point out the benefits that are obtained from the proposed integration. We demonstrate how the implementation of the above solution improves the quality of the work even when the new hired employees do not have the proper training experience, and we will show the difference between working with the traditional core banking system against working with core banking systems that have business process management integrated on them.
Our system gives you the possibility of integration with the Albanian Post system. By using this channel, your customers could make payments and other transactions in each of the other 350 branches of Albanian Post. All the payments will be reflected in the real time on your system. This will model the operation, gives you the opportunity to use the network of the Albanian Post branches.
All right, excellent work, excellent work. A few comments on the team. The jury made comments that the presentation was maybe considered a bit technical, but there was a lot of existing innovative work behind it, and they added some additional material to support it. So the solution already seems and shows very promising. So those were the key points for this team.
Yeah. And who were the fourth team to be selected, Mikko? Drum rolls again.
Drum rolls. The fourth team to be selected in top 5 is Click and Forget from University of Tirana. Congratulations, guys. Let's see the presentation.
Hello, Hackathon members and mentors. Thank you for listening to our pitch. This is our project, the Salary Specialist. We chose on the challenge number 2 for HR flows on how to help Albanian businesses with new affordable solutions. Our team name is Click and Forget. Is it formed by me, which I'm a student at the Faculty of Natural Sciences, by Shaheen, who is our IT guy and also student, and from Soana Ioplari. She is a professor at the University of Economics, and this is our project. Problem that we are revolved around is that companies with more than 50 employees, since they mainly work with external consultants, find it difficult to register the salaries of their employees by name in accounting and the calculation of the respective obligations, and as a result is never properly coordinated. This is the problem that we addressed. Specifically, the market needs more than it offers, but not only different models in a competitive market, but also innovation in current application in use. Accounting systems have been around for more than 10 years without any significant changes, and we think we need to start now. The solutions that we've come up with is maybe an app or a platform online, which will revolve around an electronic systems for internal management of corporate activity. Already results as an added value of enterprises by guaranteeing real-time information, real-time calculation, and coverage of all-time documentation, insurance, services by avoiding more than double registrations or financial or managerial actions of companies. And it's called the Salary Specialist. The Salary Specialist will provide a registration for the first-time employees with the necessary information for the employment office according to the form of employment offices that the businesses declares every 3 months. We've done a market research for around 120 interviews, and we will attach the formula that we've given around companies to this pitch. And after evaluating all those interviews, we've come up with some requirements that employers have, such as payments, employment and departures, salaries being distributed by taking a list of the employees in the bank and that are performed by the bank employees, which they later dispense their money into accounts one by one. I think this is a really waste of time. And also non-payment of annual leave obligations or other maintenance. There isn't a platform that recognizes employees declares trainees of category 0 to 5. This is a huge problem here in Albania because even if you start an internship or you're just in the beginning of being an intern, then you don't get recognition at all. Why is it so necessary, this platform, you say? Well, we've listed a list of reasons why we think and over having other opinions, and there are the first of all, creation of the database of the workforce according to each specification legally binding and determined by human resources. Other services that will be provided by this platform will be like number of working days of the employers, unpaid net pay maintained by list presence, unpaid net salary, etc. Things that management sometimes can get slipped through his work day. So with this app and platform, everything he will have about his employers will be much more organized. The most important thing about this platform is the security part, because we will have a lot of information and personal data about the employers. We think that we will have a large sales volume, mostly because investment in programs like this is closely related to the need that the businesses who are developing and are in their early phases have. So given that the businesses will not be ahead of the solution of not using a program like this, and this will give a priority for our program for the services we provide, and given the required professional skills that we have. Thank you for listening to our pitch.
All right. And some comments for Click and Forget team. The jury said that it was a well-recognized need and fluent presentation, and they saw lots of actionability and potential if this solution is properly implemented. So a very promising idea and solution. Good work, guys.
And now time for the fifth and final top 5 finalists. And I have a pleasure to announce that it is Team Polis from University Polis. And let's watch their presentation.
Welcome to the presentation of Get Yours, a next-generation web application made by the Unipolis team designed to solve one of the biggest problems newly graduated students have nowadays, unemployment. In this presentation, we'll cover in detail the problem and what we did to identify it, and then the solution and how we can work to make it happen. Let's get into it. We all know it's not easy to get a job when you're a newly graduated student with no experience at all. In this hackathon, one of the challenges, which is the one we decided to go with, was all about the current struggle companies in Albania are having in HR due to the COVID-19 pandemic, and how to solve it in the most efficient, affordable way. According to our statistics, more than 80% of students say they find it hard to get a job, and more than 25% could not get employed in their expertise field by 30 years old. But the real problem, which we discovered while asking our mentors, was the current practices of their companies when hiring people. Long and tiresome procedures, falsely written resumes, training period, and so on. This is a problem we are about to solve, and the solution is as follows. During the pandemic, it became clear that for certain fields of expertise, working in an office environment is completely optional. We believe that for the first time ever, this opportunity of working from home can become the source of experience newly graduated students are aiming for. Our solution is Get Yours, a web application designed to make the process of getting hired as easy and fast as possible. This app is based on 4 pillars of novelty: automation, gamification, customization, and online interaction. Hundreds of applicants' resumes will be filtered by an automated artificial intelligence system that uses blockchain data to verify the writer's genuinity and employer's criteria. This takes us to the next pillar, gamification, to create a familiar and fun environment for graduates to start applying in the form of games. Our automated systems will be completely customizable by the company that intends to use it, which covers our third pillar, customization. As for our last pillar, online interaction, it divides into 2 main functions of the app, the first one being the ability to create training programs from the ground up for the applicants, and the second one being a complete online working environment based on agile boards, story pipelines, and online coworker interaction. So here's an example use case scenario. A newly graduated student goes through the process of Get Yours. After he's done with it, he's officially employed. In the process, he firstly typed in his personal information and verified his identity, which triggered the system to make a background check of him, which resulted negative of any mismatches regarding what he typed in earlier. He then goes through a game of logic, theory, and actual practice, where the system would determine if the applicant is capable of doing what he says he can. In the end, he was told to wait for the company to reach out to him, which they did shortly after by doing so via an instant message. Now the graduate will spend some time in the training grounds and then meet his new coworkers online. The applicant never stopped being interested in the process because of how easy and fast it is, and the company never had to worry about the applicant's genuinity because the system took care of it all by itself. If the companies wish to start publishing their vacancies into the website itself, there will be a monthly fee, but if they decide to embed the system into their own website, they have to make a one-time purchase and then pay the cloud resources they use as they go. Both of these options suit different business models properly. What you can do right now, though, is subscribe to our newsletter by scanning the QR code right here so that you don't miss any of our upcoming updates. So that's that. That was all. This was Unipolis team, and if you made it this far, you're awesome. Huge thanks to everyone who helped us out during this project, and especially the host for making this whole thing possible. We hope to meet you again in the next hackathon.
And the jury and us too liked the really clear, effective presentation. This was a real pitch, I would say. And again, also good feedback on the fact you had identified a need that is very close to you, especially as students, and you had been also using the mentors again to validate that this is a real need. So, Mikko.
If you made it this far, you're awesome. So these 5 teams, congratulations again to making it in top 5. Joining us now are 3 mentors who worked with some of these teams. And we have with us Patrick, Liana, and Sarah. It would be interesting to hear maybe a few comments on your behalf as well. And maybe we can start with you, Patrick. If you can unmute yourself and tell us a little bit, how was the experience for you?
Thank you, Mikko, and hello to everyone. I think we can all agree, based on the videos that we saw, that these were very committed and passionate startups and entrepreneurs. And I would like to state that it was overall a pleasure to mentor them. They really took the advice. They were hungry for knowledge, but also what was important, they really applied such mentoring and advice into their projects. The topics that we covered, or let's say the major topics that were covered during the mentoring, was related to business models, to marketing strategies, marketing and sales strategies, and of course the pitch decks. I would like to use this opportunity to thank all the teams. They really did a great job, and I hope that they will really take these ideas forward and not just leave it with this activity.
Yes, exactly. Thank you, Patrick. And Liana, for you, can you say something? How did you help the teams to develop the solutions on your behalf? How was the experience for you?
Thank you very much. I hope you can hear me. Thank you very much for this opportunity to be part of this hackathon. I think it was a very greatly organized event, and I think that there is a real need in Albania for this type of innovative, collaborative projects for sure. It was a pleasure to participate as a mentor. I enjoyed right now all the videos of kind of the final product that they've developed during this hackathon in such a short time. Basically during the mentorship, I personally just tried to give as much feedback and as much brainstorming at that stage as possible. Whether acting in a way as an audience or acting as a potential buyer or potential investor or anything like this. So to try to do a little bit of that role playing as if that business is in the real world, because that helps you identify little gaps and identify some questions that can be asked at a later stage. And I thoroughly enjoyed the process. I think we need more of such innovative businesses solutions, not just during COVID, but also beyond. And there is a real need for digitalization in Albania. And thank you very much for the organizers and for the co-hosts and for all the mentors for making this event happen. And good luck to all the finalists and to the rest of the teams as well in the real world. And I hope they take those ideas further. And I also hope that they will continue using us as mentors in their journey, because I think on behalf of everyone, I can say that we're still excited to see what yet to come from all of those teams.
Thank you, Liana. Important message for all the teams. Okay, and then we had Sara. Mitä kuuluu? Mitä kuuluu? And,
hyvä.
You have been in all of our... Good. That was a curveball from our side. You have been participating in every hackathon that we have been now organizing, and maybe a question for you could be that what do you think? What were the most common mistakes or missteps that you see teams usually make in an event like this?
So I get the complicated question. I think what I saw and what I see in a lot of hackathons, as there's only very limited time, teams focus on very high level things very quickly. And what I would wish more for is a bit more focus on the customers and understanding what they need, how the product needs to look from their side to buy the product and use the product, because that's in the end what defines success or failure. But overall, I'm really happy to see, especially in the last two hackathons, how a lot of teams are using COVID as an opportunity. So it's not seen as a challenge. It's a challenge, of course, but a lot of teams I've seen are using it as an opportunity to provide new services, to push businesses to move online, to move digital. And I think that's really great to see that so many teams are using this opportunity.
Thank you, Sara. And thank you all mentors. You were very valuable for us and for the whole process.
Yes,
all right.
I would really continue on what Liana said, that as she shared, the mentors who were with us in this hackathon and also in the previous hackathons, I really encourage all the participating teams in each of the hackathons to continue making use of the connections you've made in these events, regardless of whether you are in the top 5 or not. So as has been said, continue going forward. And about going forward, I think we have also a really special guest star with us, Mikko.
Yes, we have Mrs. Jacqueline Jaspert from EU for Innovation project to tell us a little bit more about the prizes, what the top 3 teams will get. And if Jacqueline, you can hear us, please can unmute yourself and say a few words. We can put the prizes here on background.
Sure, thank you, Mikko and Tony. But nobody told me that you would announce me as a special guest. So I'm definitely not the special guest here today. I'm just here to announce a few of the awards that we are offering to the top 3 teams. But as we also mentioned during the kickoff for this hackathon is basically just a starting point. And we will offer support to all the teams that are interested to continue with the entrepreneurial journey. So all of you are winners because you all provided a solution to the challenges that we considered and presented for this hackathon. Nevertheless, we have from the EU for Innovation team a package of prizes for the top 3 teams that will be announced very shortly. And the first prize is actually the participation in the EU for Innovation Bootcamp. As it was also mentioned before, this hackathon is part of a series of altogether 3 hackathons. And the top 3 teams of each hackathon have the chance to participate in a bootcamp, which will take place in June this year. And this bootcamp is a very intensive training camp where you will have access to international and also national top-level trainers and coaches, and they will help us and you to bring this idea and your project further. They will help you to validate the idea or maybe even also to revise your idea. So that will be a very valuable opportunity when you can participate in this bootcamp. Then, as another prize, 1 person from each winning team will have the opportunity to join us for a European startup conference. And that could be Slush in Finland, so you could also meet Mikko and Toni probably. Or it could be Web Summit in Lisbon or Pirate Summit in Cologne in Germany. And it's basically not only a ticket to attend the conference, it's more. It's a trip to find out more about an ecosystem in Europe, and also to meet a lot of interesting ecosystem players, and of course also a possibility for you to expand your international networks. Furthermore, we can offer 2 months of free co-working at InnoSpace in Tirana, a great co-working space where you can use all the facilities free of charge for 2 months. And we will also take 3 winning teams to Germany. You can participate in our matchmaking and exposure program, which will kick off in September this year. And you will spend 2 weeks in Berlin. And during these 2 weeks, you will be matched with a German startup or international startup based in Berlin and an innovation hub based in Berlin. And you will also have a great learning experience, that's for sure. And also, again, the opportunity to connect to commercial partners and establish other linkages as well. But, you know, for great things, you don't have to go to Berlin. We have also great accelerators and incubators here in Tirana in Albania. And we can offer you a participation in the Flexible Startup Support program, an acceleration program we are offering here in Tirana. But we will also support you if you want to apply to other acceleration programs, like, for instance, Uplift Albania. So that's also possible for you. And then there's also continued follow-up support, because now that you're entering the startup scene and you're part of an ecosystem, you're part of a community. And we would like to encourage you to become an active part of this community, to take part in all the events, in all the trainings, in all the opportunities that this ecosystem is offering. So stay active and be an active part of this ecosystem and contribute to the development of the ecosystem and the great ideas that are out here and out there in Albania. But I think now, Mikko and Toni, it's really time.
Yes, it is time. We've been keeping them waiting way too long. So thank you, Jacqueline, for the prizes. And Mikko, you will be getting the final people on the stage.
I will be getting the final people on the stage with me, and we welcome also Besa and Akil from the jury with us in here. Just maybe quick words from each of you. How was the experience in the jury's point of view? How did you see the experience? Besa and Akil.
Yes, so I'm very happy to, so my idea of the hackathon was that the real challenge for the teams would be to actually understand the challenge and to translate it into a real product that could be applicable in the Albanian market. And I'm actually very happy to see that all of the teams, they picked some real needs, they translated it into a project, and I see full potential in many of them, especially in the top 5. I really see potential into translating them into successful products, let's say, for the application in the Albanian market. So, and I'm also very happy to have seen some of my favorite teams in the top 5. So I'm very eager to learn who is going to be the winners.
Okay,
thank you,
Akil.
Yes, on behalf of NOAA, we also thank you very much for organizing and giving us the opportunity to promote, support, mentor, and definitely let's hope to follow up on these ideas. And I think that this is a great opportunity. It reminds me of the Olympiads, what were done in Albania with maths, etc. So people know the Olympiad, but don't know the hackathon. And I think it's really the great moment to start this kind of things, really do it more often. We need to plant innovation mindset and to back also this entrepreneurial culture among Albanian young people. And also something that crossed me over my mind yesterday, I mean, also to keep young talents in the country. I mean, these guys did some amazing demos, and they really did some environment tests. And these are things that we pay a lot from external and foreign companies. So we'll be more than happy to have on board Albanian youngsters that do have the know-how to produce such technical products. So definitely, it's congratulations to all of you for making this possible, and let's hope that we'll be able to support it, and why not to fund it? Why not in the future?
Yes, thank you, both of you. And Mikko, now virtual drum rolls.
Ooh, my hands are getting sweaty because it's now the time to actually announce the top 3 teams. And this is weird because I'm in a like a conference room and nobody's cheering, but I hope that everybody can a little bit like drum or something in their own online environment. Okay, are you ready? The first team who made it to the top 3 was Team 360. Woo! Way to go, guys. Very, very well done.
The next one, Mikko, is...
Next one who made it top 3 is Team Click and Forget. Woo! Again, confetti. If I would have some, I would now shoot them. Very good job, guys. Click and Forget was the second team to enter the top 3. And the last but not least, congratulations, Team Sapientify! Yay! Great, congratulations, great work, guys. All of you, these 3 teams, 360, Click and Forget, and Sapientify. Very well done. You deserved it.
Yes, and as was said, these are not in any particular order, just in the top 3 teams. And also Police and Eterna team, great work. And you will be getting also surprise prizes from ICTS Media, 2 training vouchers, 1 for digital marketing and 1 for Python programming as this kind of a surprise gift. But I think like overall, yes, we've been, Mikko, here. Now this was the 3rd EU for Innovation hackathon that we've done.
Yeah, it was the 3rd hackathon, and for us, and of course we want to thank you, everybody who got involved, and especially EU for Innovation team and the queen manager of herself, Valbona Kochi. Thank you for everything, and of course every team who participated and the all co-organizers. It was great. We get to meet you guys, and every time we have been amazed when we have organized these hackathons by the level of talent and enthusiasm of the people. And we would like to end this final show with a positive note from yesterday. Tony.
Yes, we saw this was posted on EU for Innovation Facebook page that in rankings, Albanian startup ecosystem had climbed up 13 spots in the national rankings, and Tirana had risen 53 spots in the city rankings. So really, as was also mentioned previously, that maybe activity has been on the rise, and perhaps events such as this kind of hackathons and other things have a lot to play in this kind of cultural building, providing positive role models and examples. But as Mikko said, it's a shame that we couldn't make it there this time physically, but yeah, every time I'm really amazed by the talent and enthusiasm you people have there. Just make use of that. That's what I have to say.
Yes, we will be contacting the winners personally afterwards, and there will be some social media coverage from this live event here. You can get back to it, and we will probably post the best ideas and the winners also there. But keep on the right track, keep on following the social media channels, and yeah, I think it's about it. It's about time for us to say have a good evening, and thank you again. See you next time.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.